I cannot believe what I am looking at right now because the entire world has been lying to us about Bryce Young. What is up, Carolina family, and welcome back to the channel where we live and breathe for this team. We are pushing for 3,000 subscribers today, so hit that button because we are building a tribe that stands by our guys. Everyone is laughing at us, while they praise Patrick Mahomes and Caleb Williams like they are gods, but I have the receipts that prove our quarterback is doing something even better than both of them right now. Bryce Young is usually the guy the media loves to ignore or tear down, but today we are changing that conversation forever. When you hear the names Patrick Mahomes or Caleb Williams, you think about generational talent and elite playmaking, but what if I told you that our fourth-year quarterback is actually more accurate than both of them? This is not just me being a homer or dreaming about a Super Bowl, because the data from Stephen Patton and the analytics team is absolutely explosive. They released the off-target throw percentages for the top names in the game, and you will not believe who is sitting on that list of shame while Bryce is nowhere to be found. We are talking about guys like J.J. McCarthy at over 25% and Michael Penix at 24%, but it gets even wilder when you see the elite tier. Caleb Williams is sitting there at 21.7%, and even the great Patrick Mahomes is missing his targets over 20% of the time. Now, I want you to really think about that for a second because it means 1 out of every 5 passes from Mahomes is off target. Meanwhile, our guy Bryce Young is not even on the list because he is consistently putting the ball exactly where it needs to be for his playmakers. Does that sound like a bust to you, or does it sound like a quarterback who is being let down by the circumstances around him? We have been told that he lacks the arm talent, and he cannot zip the ball like the legends, but the truth is that he is playing with a level of precision that most of the league can only dream of. He is not out there throwing wild prayers into double coverage, and he is not missing the easy ones that move the chains. He is out there being a surgeon on the field even when the world refuses to give him the credit he deserves. Do you see the potential here, or are you still listening to the haters who want to see us fail in Carolina? This is about the grit and the soul of a player who refuses to quit on this city. We are standing behind him until the end, because this is our time to rise up. But wait, because it gets even crazier when you look at how he stacks up against the physical freaks of nature. We all know that Bryce is not going to run over a linebacker or throw a 60-yard bomb while falling out of bounds like Patrick Mahomes does every Sunday. We also know that Caleb Williams has that raw backyard football style that makes highlights go viral on social media every single hour. But here is the raw truth that the national media does not want you to know, because it does not fit their narrative of a struggling franchise. Accuracy is the most important trait for a quarterback who wants to survive in this league for a decade, and Bryce has it in spades. While those other guys are using their elite arm talent to make up for bad decisions and off-target throws, Bryce is relying on his brain and his mechanics to be perfect. They can make up for a lack of accuracy with sheer power, but Bryce does not have that luxury, which makes his performance even more impressive. He has to be better than them just to stay in the conversation, and according to these metrics, he is doing exactly that. It is a total nightmare for the people who wanted to write him off after his rookie season because the growth we are seeing in year 4 is undeniable. Can you imagine what happens when he finally gets the same level of protection and respect that those other quarterbacks get every single day? This is a game of inches, and our guy is hitting those inches more often than the reigning MVP. It makes me want to scream from the rooftops because our community knows the truth while the rest of the world is sleeping on us. Are we really going to let them keep disrespecting our leader like this? Or are we going to stand up and acknowledge that we have a real one under center? The tension is building and the pressure is at an all-time high, but Bryce is just sitting there being more accurate than the best in the business. We are witnessing the birth of a legend right in front of our eyes, and it is time to celebrate that grit, because he is the future and the heart of this team forever and ever right now. Let us dive deeper into the redemption arc that is happening right before our eyes in this 2026 season. According to a different metric that just came out, Bryce Young was ranked 8th in the entire NFL in on-target percentage last season. 8. That puts him in a totally different category than almost everyone else playing the position today. He is hitting his spots with a consistency that is honestly ridiculous when you consider the chaos he has dealt with since arriving in Charlotte. This is about the personality and the heart of a kid who was told he was too small and too weak to lead a franchise to glory. He is out there proving that touch and timing will beat raw power any day of the week if you give him half a chance to succeed. I am being your best friend here and telling you the honest truth because you deserve to know what is actually happening on that film. He is not missing the throws that are supposed to be made, and he is not the reason the offense stalls out in the red zone. He is the one keeping us alive. When you look at the competition and the threats across the division, you see a lot of quarterbacks who are flashy but inconsistent. Bryce is the opposite of that because he is the steady hand that we have been praying for since the day Cam left the building. It is a beautiful thing to watch a player develop this kind of surgical precision under such intense scrutiny. What happens if this news goes right and we finally complement his accuracy with a scheme that works? It would be a disaster for the rest of the NFC South because they are not ready for an efficient and accurate Bryce Young. I am losing my mind thinking about the possibilities because we are so close to breaking through that glass ceiling. We are the insiders who see the work he puts in, and we see the way he leads this locker room with quiet confidence. This is not just a statistical fluke, but it is a testament to the hours of film and the thousands of throws he makes when nobody is watching him. Our quarterback is a technician who is ready to take this city to the promised land with every single accurate throw. Seriously, though, I am losing my mind here because we need to talk about the missing piece of this puzzle. If Bryce is throwing the ball on target more than Mahomes, then why are the stats not reflecting a Hall of Fame season yet? Here is the secret that only a true fan who watches every single snap would understand. We have a serious problem with our pass catchers, and it is holding back the entire franchise from reaching the next level. Several of our primary targets, including Tetairoa McMillan, are struggling with drops at an alarming rate right now. It is unbelievable to watch Bryce put a ball right on the numbers only to see it hit the turf because a receiver could not finish the play. If these guys can just up their game in the catching department, it will completely unlock the explosive potential of this offense. We are talking about one of the best attributes in the league being wasted because of a lack of concentration from the supporting cast. It is a nightmare scenario for a quarterback who does everything right but still gets blamed for the lack of points on the scoreboard. If the performance on the field is better than the stats indicate, then we are actually in a much better position than the national media thinks. I have a theory that we are just one consistent wide receiver away from having a top 10 offense because the quarterback play is already there. Bryce is doing his job, and he is doing it at an elite level when it comes to accuracy. We need to stop looking for a new quarterback and start looking for guys who can actually catch the football when it hits them in the chest. I want you to feel the urgency here because we are wasting prime years of an accurate passer. It makes me so angry to see him get criticized for things that are completely out of his control. We are a family, and we protect our own, so we need to demand better from everyone else on that field. Bryce is holding up his end of the bargain, and now it is time for the rest of the team to step up and meet him at that high level of excellence. Because we are not losing any more games due to lazy mistakes ever again. This is the moment where we decide who we are as a fan base and how we are going to support this reconstruction. We have the data, and we have the proof that Bryce Young is a special talent who outclasses the biggest names in the league in the most important category. The future of the Carolina Panthers is resting on those accurate shoulders, and I truly believe that we are on the verge of something historic. We are building this tribe together, and I need to see your fire in the comments right now. Do you believe in Bryce, or are you still letting the national media tell you what to think about our leader? I want to hear your thoughts on these receivers and what we need to do to fix the drop problem before it ruins another season. Are we heading toward glory, or are we being let down by a lack of support for our franchise guy? This is the year where we stop making excuses and start making noise in the playoffs, because we have the pieces in place to shock the entire world. I want to see your name and your city in the comments below, because we are a global community of the most passionate fans in the NFL. We are pushing for 3,000 subscribers because this is the home for real Panthers talk, and we are not stopping until we reach the top. This is our time and this is our team, so let us show the rest of the league what it means to be part of this family. The statistics do not lie, and the tape does not lie, so it is time to give Bryce the respect he has earned on the field. We are going to keep building, and we are going to keep fighting until we get back to where we belong. Thank you for being part of this journey with me, and for showing up every single day for this team. I will see you in the comments section where the real conversation. Keep pounding.